Welcome back to our third episode of our third season in the podcast Aquí Entre Nos. Quédense porque este episodio es bilingüe. This episode is bilingual and we will have subtitles for you all. First of all, I would like to thank God for this opportunity, for this place, for our guest today, and we are very blessed.
Y bueno, quiero empezar diciendo que qué bonito quedó el escenario. Imagínense, yo no sé si ustedes lo pueden ver, pero desde aquí es donde yo estoy. Ustedes ven como una corona de flores que tiene hoy Xiomara en este tercer episodio. Así que bienvenidos una vez más. Este es el podcast de ustedes, el podcast de todos. This is a community podcast, and this is a place that we want to build for you all. This is a place that we want to build for everybody to feel welcome. And this is one of the reasons why we're going to be kind of changing in between English and Spanish. Pero no se preocupen porque nos vamos a asegurar que hayan subtítulos durante todo el episodio. Así que si se sienten un poco como que, ¿qué están diciendo? Ahí están los subtítulos. Y si no, siempre pueden dejarlo en los comentarios. Hoy tenemos un invitado súper especial, un invitado que para este tercer episodio no podía ser otra persona que no fuera él. Esta es una persona que gracias a su trabajo duro, su paciencia, su resiliencia, ha logrado construir uno de los íconos de esta ciudad de Hillsboro en el condado de Washington. Y esa es la razón por la cual estamos en este lugar que primeramente qué bonito está. Y es una de las razones por las cuales queremos que ustedes conozcan realmente cuál es el corazón de la ciudad y qué es lo que hace esta ciudad ser lo que es. Así que bienvenido, Jaime. Muchas gracias por estar con nosotros.
Bueno, pues muchísimas gracias por la oportunidad. Es un honor estar aquí con ustedes y pues poder compartir un poquito con la comunidad de lo que podamos compartir hoy con ustedes.
Claro que sí. Cuéntanos un poco dónde estamos.
Pues estamos ahorita en M&M Marketplace, el mercado multicultural de Hillsboro. Tenemos alrededor de 25 años que estamos cumpliendo. Y pues es una comunidad de alrededor de 70 vendedores.
Wow, 70 vendedores. ¿Cuántos empezaron? ¿Cuánto fue el proyecto inicial?
El proyecto inicial era alrededor de 12 vendedores. Que se empezó a reunir alrededor de octubre del año 2000. Empezamos en un edificio y poco a poquito nos fuimos expandiendo.
Wow. Y cuéntame cuál ha sido el mayor reto durante todos estos años. ¿Cuál ha sido el mayor reto que has tenido que superar para que esto siga siendo lo que es?
Pues yo creo que el mayor reto ha sido en realidad darnos cuenta que no es fácil ser dueño de negocio. Uno se deja su trabajo pensando que pues vas a tener tu propio negocio, vas a poder ganar dinero, vas a poder hacer y deshacer, ¿no? Pero en realidad pues es un sacrificio un poquito pesado, pero muy satisfactorio porque en realidad tú manejas tu tiempo a tu modo. No quiere decir que trabajas menos.
Exactamente.
Trabajas más.
Trabajas más.
Y muchas veces la recompensa viene después o casi la mayoría del tiempo, ¿no?
En realidad sí. Uno de los retos número uno ha sido también que tenemos familia. Y si tienes familia, tienes que estar dispuesto a dejar tus fines de semana para poder darle un poco de alegría a la comunidad con los servicios que se proveen, los productos que podemos proveerles también. Entonces, el vendedor que tiene esa disciplina y determinación busca otras alternativas para divertirse con sus familias.
Claro. Nosotros no vemos el día en que nuestros hijos finalmente aprendan a hacer todo lo que hacemos.
Ya los queremos contratar.
Eso, ya queremos a esta gente en nómina.
Que a veces no quieren, ¿verdad? Ellos dicen, ¿sabes qué? Pero ya saben todo.
Saben todo.
¿Verdad? Ya saben cómo hacer, pero para ellos...
que ya hayamos hecho el trabajo y que ya vayan en el camino correcto.
Sí. Pero siempre es bueno dejarles la oportunidad de que ellos vuelen, conozcan. Y si regresa es para ellos, ¿no?
Esa es la verdad.
En realidad ellos tienen que... Nosotros por lo menos como familia hemos dado la oportunidad que nuestros hijos continúen su escuela, hagan sus deportes. De nuevo es un sacrificio porque uno tiene que dedicarles y invertir en ellos, ¿verdad? Porque mucha gente no sabía del concepto de invertir en tus hijos. Por ejemplo, llevarlos a deportes o meterlos a piano o cosas así. Pero aquí en este país es importante porque a veces es la única forma de que ellos hagan otras actividades.
Sí, no, y sobre todo en un estado como este que tiene tanto tiempo de invierno y los niños tienen que estar adentro. So, eso es importante que tengan como esas actividades porque si no están todo el día en la pantalla.
Claro,
Sí.
especialmente ahorita en esos tiempos, ¿no?
Pero cuéntame un poco, ¿cuánto tiempo tiene este lugar de haberse fundado? ¿Cómo fue más o menos el inicio de...?
Pues el inicio del mercado fue pobremente, ¿verdad? Iniciamos en el suelo del edificio número 5. Esta propiedad tiene 5 edificios pegados, eran bodegas. Entonces había mucho polvo de lo que era Hollywood Videos, hacían aquí los muebles de Hollywood Videos. Y de aquí, cada que se abría una tienda alrededor del país, de aquí mandaban los muebles para allá, ¿no?
Ok.
Entonces había capa así de acerrín cuando agarramos el primer edificio y empezamos en el edificio donde está el Mofles,
Ajá.
las llantas, ¿cómo se llama? También tenemos ahí el mecánico.
Ajá.
Entonces ese edificio es donde empezamos y en esta sección donde estamos era una maderería.
Oh,
Entonces a los 6 meses ellos se retiraron, creo que quebró la compañía y nosotros hicimos lo que pudimos para movernos para acá.
wow.
Wow.
Y usted juntó a una comunidad de amigos, conocidos. How was that?
Pues en realidad mis padres querían un negocio desde, yo me acuerdo, yo estaba en Oregon State University estudiando para ser maestro.
You?
Sí.
Okay.
Entonces, pero también tomé clases de negocio. Entonces, en el proyecto, donde yo estaba en la educación, mis papás querían que una carnicería, que una tienda, que...
Algo querían.
Algo querían.
Ok.
Era el movimiento.
Sí, sí.
En el Distrito Federal nosotros tuvimos una frutería y verdulería. Entonces, pues ya éramos así como negociantes, ¿no? Desde entonces empezamos como en el 98 a traer artesanías de la frontera. ¿Cómo se llama? Bueno, el caso es que traíamos artesanías mexicanas.
¿De Nayarit?
No, en la frontera saliendo de México, aquí por California. Okay. Y traíamos artesanías, teníamos un puesto en el Saturday Market en Portland. Nuestra clientela era principalmente americanos. Y también teníamos un puesto en una flea market, allá para el lado de Tiger, ¿verdad? Y ahí fue donde conocimos a muchos de nuestros compañeros negociantes que se vinieron para acá, porque nosotros con mi hermana un día se nos ocurrió decirles, hey, vamos a abrir una en Hillsboro.
Ajá.
Y de ahí por el proceso de 6 meses a un año, no nos dejaban en paz. Dice, ¿cuándo lo abrimos? ¿Cuándo lo van a abrir? ¿Cuándo lo van a abrir? Entonces, como nos quedaba retirado ir para allá, y aquí había mucha comunidad latina,
Ajá.
y entonces yo en la trayectoria lo que sí descubrí es que a mis papás, mi papá quería un negocio y yo andaba tocando puertas con él. Y nos vendían un restaurante. Ese restaurante el señor dijo, ya no lo quiero, lo voy a vender. Entonces yo regresaba después que no estaba mi papá, porque mi papá lo hacía con mucha pasión. Él quería todo, ¿verdad? Siempre que se presentaba una oportunidad, él lo quería. Pero yo quería saber más por qué lo estaba vendiendo. Entonces resultaba que el restaurante no tenía suficiente dinero para poner la campana y ya se habían gastado todo y tenían un lease de 5 años. Entonces el señor estaba ya nomás tratando de salir de ese problema. Allí aprendí que pues había un lease, que había áreas donde era peligroso meterte ahí. ¿Por qué? Porque ya no te puedes salir y ellos tenían que estar pagando renta.
Claro.
¿Verdad? Y pues a mí me gustaba un poquito tratar de aprender de eso. Yo iba a la ciudad a agarrar información para las licencias, cómo registrar su negocio. Y en la trayectoria fue descubriendo que no nada más era mi papá. En la otra pulga donde estábamos, muchas personas tenían ese problema donde no sabían cómo sacar la licencia, no sabían cómo hacer el negocio oficial. Entonces dije, bueno, pues eso es lo que a mí me interesaba más, enseñar a la gente y ayudarles, ya que uno aprende el idioma. Tenía un poquito de más experiencia porque fui a la universidad.
Claro.
Entonces mi enfoque era como, ¿cómo puedo crear una oportunidad para mis padres, pero también para la comunidad, que tenemos necesidades básicas muy similares?
So, tu enfoque siempre desde el principio fue la comunidad.
Sí, desde que yo estaba en la high school me acuerdo que ¿qué puedo yo hacer para salir adelante con mi familia y con mi comunidad como latinos? Porque pues uno vivía un poco de la discriminación desde la high school, me acuerdo yo, ¿no?
Ujú.
Desde junior high, high school, no había muchos latinos en la área. Me acuerdo que en el 90 solamente estaba su Casa Imports, una tiendita que pues creció bastante, pero era el único lugar donde los latinos podían ir. Me
Ujú.
acuerdo que las otras cosas que podíamos hacer es tal vez ir a jugar fútbol a Forest Grove o una quinceañera de vez en cuando en el Armory de Forest Grove.
Ah,
O sea, pero de ahí para allá no teníamos actividades. Hillsboro era muy grande ya, de todos modos, pero los servicios estaban ahí, pero más para el americano. Y
ujú.
nosotros todavía no estábamos haciendo esa conexión.
Qué interesante eso que me estás diciendo, porque fíjate que da un reflejo del cambio cultural que ha habido en la ciudad con respecto sobre todo a los latinos. Yo no viví eso porque tengo mucho menos tiempo aquí, pero siempre escucho esa historia donde hubo una discriminación incluso a hablar español. Y yo la veo hoy y veo cuántas tiendas mexicanas hay, cuántas tiendas de distintos países. Ahora hay tiendas hasta venezolanas que no habían.
¿Cierto?
Y qué bonito, ¿no? Como la ciudad va asimilando que ese crecimiento de la comunidad también incluye a toda la ciudad, ¿no? Porque una comunidad se hace no solo de un sector, no solo de un grupo, sino de la suma de todo el grupo, que lo
Claro.
transforma como en algo más grande aún, ¿sí? ¿Y cómo has visto toda esa transformación en todos estos años que tienes aquí en esta ciudad?
Pues yo siempre trato de tener una actitud positiva, ¿no?
Ujú.
Entiendo que al principio no había servicios y había una comunidad grande. Una de ellas, yo me acuerdo que yo inicié en la Cámara de Comercio como voluntario,
Ujú.
con el plan de seguir creciendo y abriendo más oportunidades.
Claro.
También fuimos parte de Latino Advisory Committee de la ciudad,
Ujú.
que había representación desde Centro Cultural, Virginia García, Distrito Escolar de Hillsboro, alguien de la policía, y ya me tocaba así como yo ser el representante de los negociantes, que a veces decía, oye, pues qué tarea me tocó, ¿no? O sea, pero porque yo no sabía mucho, yo siempre he sentido que voy aprendiendo en el camino, ¿no? Pero al mismo tiempo yo decía, bueno, alguien tiene que hacerlo y tenemos que ir abriendo puertas para los demás.
Claro.
Entonces, tuve la oportunidad de hacer eso y tenía pues el valor de hacerlo, ¿verdad? De presentarme, de llegar y ser parte de...
De
es-
abrirle la puerta a los demás, se pudiese
exactamente.
decir, ¿no? A la
Sí.
comunidad.
Y me acuerdo que, por ejemplo, los departamentos de la ciudad venían a veces, oye, ¿cómo podemos hacer outreach? ¿Cómo podemos conectar con la comunidad latina? Y pues
Ujú.
ya les dábamos opciones, hay la radio en español, algunos se sorprendían que si había radio en español, hay
¿Y esta
periódico.
gente que se sorprendía trabajaba en la ciudad?
Sí, en diferentes departamentos de la
Ujú.
ciudad.
Ujú.
Y no estaban ellos a veces preparados porque no tenían los fondos para traducir los materiales en español.
Ujú.
Pero nuestra tarea como latinos era decirle, bueno, la comunidad aquí está, los servicios están, pero hay que traducirlos, hay que traer staff que sea bilingüe, personal que sea bilingüe.
Ujú.
Entonces lo principal es eso, ¿no? Que hubiera esa conexión, porque las necesidades están y los servicios están. ¿Cómo podemos que haya esa conexión? No tenemos que reinventar la rueda.
Exacto.
Claro. Mira, si me lo permite, vamos a pasar un poco al otro idioma,
Ah,
porque,
claro que sí.
porque una de las cosas que queremos hacer es invitar a través de esto a que haya un puente entre esa comunidad que no habla español y nosotros. Y alguien tiene que empezar ese puente y creo que, como dices tú, romper ese techo de cristal, ser los pioneros en lo que hacemos. Entonces,
Yo creo que dijo una palabra clave.
a
You
ver,
said the outreach.
yes.
It started since long time ago. And
Yes.
so I feel like today we're here to do that, to tell everyone out there this is who we are.
Yes.
This is the store, the M&M Marketplace. What can you find here? Do you think you guys kind of lost that outreach somehow? How can we get the attention from the community out there? Maybe it's the same Latino community that, it's second generation, third generation, and they speak more English than Spanish. but we want them here. We want to let them know, hey, this is who we are. Come and see what we have, right?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think one of the things that is, it's been a long journey, but all the connections that we have made over the years, to me, it's always progress. We're moving on the right direction. And I totally agree. We are in unprecedented times. You know, this is we're going through a hard situation for the minorities in the area, but at the same time, we need to be resilient. And we have gone through so many things to be here and creating an opportunity through our hard work for our youth. And we are on that second generation and third generation, and that is something that gives us a lot of pride because we know that hard work pays off. And not only as a Latino community, as a community in general. When we started 25 years ago, we could not get a business license for our food vendors. It took us about 16, 17 years for us to be able to get that. And we kept using the example of a Saturday market or a Tuesday market that they were able to do it. So it took us a while, but I gotta say that 2018 there was a big shift, and there was a lot of even city partners that were like, okay, how can we work with you guys? And so the community has shifted to accept diversity. And through COVID, I think we had a big shift on that one.
Yes.
And that was also very hard times for the whole community.
The whole community.
Not only Latinos, there was no gender or race, everybody was
Everybody
hit.
was
Right?
affected.
And then like it was so like it looks like it was so long ago, but it's just 5
was
years ago.
5
Like
years.
5 years
like
ago.
4 years.
that was
5 years.
yesterday, and then before that it was the 2008 crisis. So we are being into like a lot of stuff, not too long in between. Yeah.
So after 25 years, you've seen a lot of gaps here and there. And so now that, like you mentioned, we're facing, difficult times, but you've been through difficult times. So what can you tell our community now in the present that we're at? How do we deal with this now?
Well, if I was to tell the community, I feel like one of the things that I could tell them is that hard times come and go. Okay, we're going to get through this. I know that this is hard. Sometimes it's frustrating because we don't feel like there's a solution. But there's many people out there also trying to help. There's many organizations. And this is the time to come together. And as a community, we are going to be resilient. Not just Latinos, the whole community as a whole. We all could put un granito de arena, a little piece of sand. I don't know how you.
I don't know how to translate that.
But everybody does, just a little bit, and we make a difference. For us right now, the main thing is, I was at the No Kings event.
Oh, no Kings, yeah.
And, one of the-
Demonstration, something like that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then what I discovered is that we have so many people, wanting to help out. And so now the question is how.
Yes.
And I think every one of us have that in our heads. Us as Latinos, if we are first, second, third generation, that's way different than 25, 30 years ago when most of us were immigrants without papers and stuff like that. The community is young here, but now we're on our second, third generation. A lot of our youth has already finished school. They're going to college. They are being successful. A lot of our
and
parents
more
are
and more
successful
students are
business.
going to school right now, like college. It is increasing the amount of Latino community that is going to college. In the past, I have talked with people who were always like, no, I'm going to work after high school. And now it is more and more Latino community that are getting into college. And that always make me ask, what does it take for the country as a whole to recognize that we are part of a community? And that's a question that I think it leads us to all these type of crises that we are in. Like we're already working, we're already doing the work, we're following the values. What else? you know.
I think part of the situation is that, this country is made out of immigrants,
Yes.
and hardworking immigrants. At a certain point in life, somebody came from another country, another continent, and they went through the same struggles that we're going. And
Exactly.
now as we're approaching second, third generation, you know, uh, we're proving ourselves, our families are proving themselves that they appreciate, they love this country, they want to be successful.
Yes.
Some of our kids don't want to speak Spanish anymore, because once they hit the third generation, it's like
Yeah.
you try to get them to go visit your home country, and they're like, no, I don't want to do that right now, or they'll do it
Yes.
for vacation,
But
but
I
that's
think
it.
that's why it's important to have places like this, so they can we can remember or
Yeah, they can
tell
connect,
them, yeah,
reconnect with the roots.
reconnect. This
Yes.
is where I came from. These are, this is part of me, and it's part of you as well. So
That's the thing, that it is part also of the community. Like, my roots and your roots are different, but together we have something that is bigger than the both of us. Like, if we unite, we can accomplish things that we cannot accomplish as an individual. And that's one thing that we have to start understanding. And you mentioned one thing that is very important. There is a lot of people who wants to help us. There is a lot of people who don't know how to actually support us. And it is amazing that you can go to those kind of demonstration and actually make people know that we are not alone, right? But you can come here. You can come to the M&M. You can actually experience Latino culture. You can actually consume products and find things that you cannot find anywhere else in the city. And that also is going to help. It's going to help because you're helping entrepreneurs. It's going to help because you're helping local vendors, but also it's going to help because in the moment that you understand our roots, you are also making your family understand our roots from another perspective. And that immediately becomes into like a ascendant spiral. It's going to everywhere in the community, and that's what we need. We need like real understanding that who we are.
And I think one of the main things is that by having places like ours where people could celebrate their culture, they could come and have some fun, some great food. Uh, it is the opportunity for parents and kids to connect and have those conversations of, for example, we have the game of el trompo or el yo-yo and the parents, the adults are playing it. The kids don't know how to play with that. They only want to play with the
Yeah.
video games, So we create those conversations, but, we have a general community that comes in and enjoys, everywhere in the U.S., people seem to like Dia de los Muertos. It's a great event, that it's a celebration. It's just like Halloween. Halloween is everybody celebrates. We as Latinos come in here is that we want to go dress up and go get some candy. We embrace that. So I think as different cultures have come to the U.S., we all have something beautiful to share.
Yes.
And to me, that has been one of the motivations to keep going, because it is important for us to create those conversations within our families, but also to break the ice with the general community, with the Anglo community. Since 2018, I think we also have been working really hard to let the community know what M&M stands for, multicultural marketplace. That's why after the pandemic, the Soul Festival was born.
what is the Del Sol Festival?
El Sol Festival is an event that, with the partnership of Parks and Recs after the pandemic, we started a cultural event. Since we had already been doing events for many years, they asked us, what would you guys like to do? And I said, you know what? We have a community, but not just Latinos. We have a very diverse community in Hillsboro and Washington County. Intel has brought in a lot of people from around the world.
From Asia,
Okay.
yeah.
Asia, Indu. We have a large community in Forest Grove from the islands. And so we have within Latinos, I was also letting them know that there's diversity within diversity.
Just right here,
Okay.
Central America,
Mexico.
Mexico, Venezuela,
Yeah.
South America.
So Exactly. That was the point.
Behind the scenes, there is Colombia,
Colombia,
and
Cuba.
Cuba.
And Cuba.
So
Yeah.
we have a mix right here.
Yes.
It couldn't be more diverse, you know.
Yes.
And you don't want to just be put on the same pot, but at the same time, we're all brothers right here, you know. And we understand that you know, we have to work and we have to learn the ways of the American lifestyle, become responsible, contribute to the society. So it is also a responsibility. But that doesn't mean you're going to forget where you come from. You have beautiful things to share.
Exactly. I think that's the key. Like, we're here to respect their culture, but also to share the beauty of our culture with not just with our people. It's with everyone, with the community. We want to share, and that's why we're here, because we want to let them know, hey, come to M&M the marketplace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a beautiful place where you can find all sorts of things, food, and just experience just a different vibe.
Bye.
And I think that this place have the three things that in my concept of culture is the three ways that you can know any culture, and it's food, music, and sports.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are the
Food Soul
three.
is here.
Yeah, food
I
soul
was
is
gonna
here.
ask, how did that?
Yeah,
came
how
to
but
Aquí
before
Entre
you
Nos?
ask that, because I know that it's going to be a very interesting story, I don't want to forget that we want to thank all those who have made this possible. This is the third episode. We want to thank the Washington County Chamber of Commerce. Here is Joanna. We want to thank also Christian and Diana. We want to thank also to Eliora Studios with Ernesto Herrera, who is being so kind to be here with us. And if you need any picture or video, he is your guy. He is you to go.
He's gonna be tagged on our videos and on all our
Yes.
videos.
And thank you for all those people who is being like also behind the scenes pushing us to continue doing this. I'm so grateful for being not just here in front, but for being in the place that I have met so much people who actually bring value to the community, to a lot of people, and these people generally don't like to be in the spot. And they are like
Jaime, he wanted to escape.
yeah,
but we didn't.
you don't have any idea how many times he stand up for any excuse to not be sitting down here. So with that, let's go back to the question: how did futsal get here?
Well, before I got there,
Okay.
I just want to let everybody know that it is true. For what we have built here, it's a community, it's a family of business owners. And it has been a lot of work through volunteering, through sweat. You know, a lot of families have been involved, but a lot of organizations, a lot of community members, a lot of volunteers. So, you know, I feel like we have created something great for our community, which is not just 20% of Hillsboro community. It's for 100% of the community here. You know, so Hillsboro has over 100,000 population, and this is sort of a hidden place for many. You know, they haven't been here before, but when they discover it, they love it. They seem to like it, you know. And if they came and tried it, at least they tried it if they didn't like it, right?
Yeah.
But I'm happy to say that nobody has come in and closed the door, you know, feeling out of place, you know.
And then
I wanna
yes.
wanna ask something. You know, with the times that things that are happening right now, people are asking, is it safe to go there?
Oh, definitely. It is safe to come here. We have nothing to hide. This is just hardworking people doing their job, you know, and trying to do the best to provide a service to the community and provide for their family.
Well, thank you for taking care of the community. And yes, it is safe to come here, to have food, enjoy. I heard that now you have Venezuelan food as well.
Yes.
Yes.
So there's more than just tacos.
We are invading. We are invading.
Venezuelan, Salvadorian, and Nicaraguense.
Wow.
Wow. And then I heard that it's coming tamales contest.
Oh, there is a Tamal Festival coming on second, third Saturday of November.
And there's more, is it festivals or more activities for other communities as well, right?
We had different events. Last year, we had several events. One was for the Hindu community.
Okay.
And El Sol Festival, that one brings at least 15 cultural groups from Peru, China, Japan, Irish, Africa. So that we tried to get from all the continents. And this is community that perform, but they live within the Portland area.
Tell me a little bit about. So I was talking with the other day with Christian, and he was like so proud that this place have worked as a what is it? What is the name? A business accelerator.
Accelerator,
Yes.
incubator.
Yeah, an incubator. So he says like every business that it goes out of here, it grows.
It's successful.
Yeah. So how you have, because you start with your story was starting like business is not easy. That was your first
Right.
statement here. But I have heard that everybody who get out of here grows. So how you get that?
Well, I think part of the story is, maybe out of 5, 1 becomes successful. So there we don't have a lot of turnover. We try to allow people to explore their idea, but we do show them the right way. And I think that was one of the challenges since the beginning. Because some people just wanted to come and set up on the floor, right? But we said, no, you need a business license, you need a registration with the state, and then you need your insurance. And so it has been a process of teaching.
This is not a flea market.
Yeah.
Exactly. This was not a flea market.
There's a difference. In case you guys don't know, there's a difference between La Pulga and I wanted to say the swap meet.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so, well, I think that's where we incorporated that incubator concept. Again, me coming from a teacher background, my idea was, can we put the tools out there for the community that wants to do it right? Because like I said, we have that responsibility to do it right. And especially if you want to grow, then you could grow. You don't have to worry about it.
You don't have to stay here forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was never our concept. Like if somebody's like, I got to expand, great. We've done things where we take them to the fair, to the Tuesday market. We want them to grow. We want them to expand. At the end of the day, it also helps us. They're helping market the market, because they're going to find them here. So this is their home, but they also find other opportunities elsewhere. And I think part of that process has been the most important, because if you really don't want to do it right, then you take yourself out of the list right away.
Yeah.
And so the people that really have that dream or have that experience, because some people just already been doing this, it comes from generations, from their family sometimes, and so they have enough experience. They know they're going to be successful. They just needed the opportunity to change from their regular job to own something that they felt
And
they wanted to do.
eventually move on to the next.
And we had several that, we go to the Tuesday market. I was surprised. We had like 10 of our vendors there, and it's like, oh, remember I started there. Oh, I remember. It's like, and we had a good relationship. We've had a couple bad ones where things went a little sour. Not everything's perfect.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we never meant anything bad for them. And they're welcome to come back, and they're welcome to come enjoy, because it did not work out. It's part of the business,
For those who have not come here at any point, what do you say to them? What is this place can offer them?
Well, I would say if you haven't been here, you're missing out on a cultural experience.
That's for sure. Look at this background.
Yeah.
You're missing out on a lot of great food. I mean, one of our biggest secret is like all our vendors that sell food, they have to prepare it just for the weekend.
Yes.
So it's always fresh.
Huh.
And so it's always going to be good.
And you are missing a huge corn, inflatable corn.
Yeah. So there's we do have some of the best foods around the area, and part of the secret is, one, for them to be successful, they got to have a good product and a good service. And the other is that everything has to be fresh. So it works out. It's taken us years to get to that point, but it has been successful. We have had a couple of businesses, La Mixteca, El Chino's Taqueria, and those businesses
So those
are very
businesses start
successful.
here.
Correct.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. And look at them now.
Yeah.
3 different restaurants and huge or companies now.
Yeah, they're big companies. They have been successful. Rosas Churros, they're being
Rosas
very
Churros.
successful. And some of them are still here, but they're still working elsewhere. And so we have some businesses around Washington County, let's put it that way. One of the challenges that was left for us is to find out how many. And we were looking at the list, and we are over 600 businesses.
Wow.
That have-
Wow.
What else can they find here aside from food and the culture, the spirit?
Yeah, I would say you'll find a lot of toys for the kids. You're gonna find a lot of services like jewelry repair. That is a big one because they could put the name, they could
Oh,
personalize
I
it.
know one of the jewelry guys here, and I've known him for so many years, and he's always done a great job. I don't know his name, but if I see him, I know him. I know him.
And they have great product, and they usually do reasonable pricing.
Last year, I think it was last year or this year, I don't know, but I don't think you guys in Venezuela have this type of places, mercados.
Yes,
I'm
we
pretty
do.
sure they
yeah,
do.
Yeah, yeah, we do.
Okay.
This is one thing that we pride ourselves is that everywhere in the world that you go,
But I
Yeah.
remember
You're gonna
that
find the heart
I
of the
took
town is gonna be a
I took one
mercado.
of my friends. We had to go to Salem, and there's a flea market over there.
Uh-huh.
And so we went inside it, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful." She said, "Wow, this is amazing," and she started like grabbing toys and jewelry and a lot of things, and she was just impressed. And then I told her, "This is just like the one in Hillsboro," and she said, "Oh my gosh, I did not know there was one in Hillsboro because there's not that many. I think this is the only one between here and, I mean, now we have other ones, but this one it's
I
more."
think we're the oldest one. We were the first Latino market of our type. Where it's working with different vendors. There was mercados. There was a couple mercados in the area, but we were the first market like this.
What one thing we're almost getting at the end, but tell me one thing that you feel really proud about it. For all these years that you're being building this up for a community, for you, for your family. Tell me one thing that you're really proud of it.
Well, I'm really proud to see the growth for many of the vendors. They have been successful. One of the areas, we are set up in an area that was probably the lowest price I could get on rent. We were in an area that's kind of the most the ugly or the bad, the poor area in Hillsboro. And I'm very proud to say that a lot of the properties around here, our vendors have bought it, even if they're not here with us anymore. There is a lot of the housing that was bought by business owners that started here, and now they have another location. And so we've, contributed to the economy of this area. I'm very proud to see that those parents are being successful with their kids, sending them to school, and having that second generation, moving to the next level. So I know that we have given the opportunity for many people to accomplish some of their dreams. And so it started, for me, it was like we came here, we got a car. Wow, that was amazing. Now you got a place to live. That's amazing. Now you have a business. That's amazing. Now you're buying your own property. That's like the ultimate goal for many Latino families.
Yes.
And so that's a big accomplishment that I have seen, and I'm going to touch on the futsal. I think that the one that I am feeling really proud about is, in 2008, we opened up the soccer fields. My concept was to connect with the families through soccer. I was not an official coach, but I love soccer. But I also wanted to use it more as a connection with the parents.
Yes.
Because I understood our parents did not take us to, many things. They didn't let us go to the movies. They didn't let us go do stuff with their friends. And that's where, for me, it was important for us to understand the concept of investing on your kids. Because this is not like where we come from, our towns, donde conoces everybody in the cuadra. You make a big party, or you just come out on the afternoon and play soccer. No, here's it. You know your friends at school, then you go back to home, and then the parents got no idea what happens with their kids. And so that's how sometimes there's bad things happening. Our parents work too much. We still do.
There is another phrase that I don't know how to translate. El ocio es la madre de los vicios.
Sí.
And yeah, that's true. Like, we struggle as parents in this country, especially in a country like this, that you have to work so hard, and most of the time is extended amount of hours, and you don't really have that connection or that time with your kids. So those places are especially important for the growth of your kids. Yeah.
Well, one thing that I realized, and it's not easy because we come from a background where I feel like we become adults instead of becoming a teenager, you become an adult.
Yeah.
And so my mom would take me to work, whether I was earning the same as she was when I was 10. Right? So most people become an adult at that early age. And a lot of our parents don't know how to deal with teenagers, because here you're not allowed to teach them how to work, not until they're adults. And so what do you do in that big gap? And so to me, it's like, once I cut, my idea on that is like, oh, that makes sense. Our teenage years here are hard because our parents are always working. And the thing that they could teach us is work, but we're supposed to still go to school.
And learn how to have friends and socials. And
So-
that's very interesting.
So
I never thought about it,
that
but that's very interesting. And then so first of all, thank you so much for your time. We're almost about the end, and I want to thank everybody who is here with us, because we think that your time is valuable, and we want to bring you the most about what people is really doing behind the scenes to build up this city, to build up this community. And people like you, we're very thankful for the work that you're doing. I think that is very important, and sometimes it's not as acknowledged as it should be. And I think that this is going to create, hopefully, more consciousness about that there is people behind the scenes that is putting the bricks for.
I think we're relying on each other.
Yes.
As a community, we rely on each other, and it's important to remember that, to not let the negative out there to kill your dreams, to kill your passion, to kill your drive for work, for the work that we all do. And I think that's why I was asking what else can they find here.
Yeah.
Because we want the community to know this is a beautiful place, and it's been here for so long, and we need to rely on each other, especially during hard times.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that invite. I do believe that, you guys are doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
This is just, one way to capture many beautiful stories that there are in this community. And so I applaud you guys for what you're doing. I would like to see our community come together and keep working together. We are resilient, and, even in hard times, the most important thing is that good things happen. And they happen because we, as a community, make it happen.
Make it happen.
So
we stay positive. We, as hard as it sounds, but that should be our mission, to stay positive with each other, to just, if I need a push tomorrow, that somebody's going to be there to say, hey, get up and let's do it again, because it's not the end of the world.
And in the other way, in the other side, probably sometimes we don't think on how much we affect others around us. Sometimes we think that what we do, it is unseen, but actually everything matters. Like the smallest thing that you're doing, as long as you are doing like with your heart, with hope, with resilience, knowing what are your values, and doing it for you, for your family, and for the community. Anything that you're doing, it affecting others, and that's very important to have in mind. Even the smallest things are building up what we have.
Yeah, and I say at this time is like, si alguien tiene miedo, ármese de valor. Let's be brave. This is the time to be brave. Fear is part of life, but it is important for us to really get out there. If you have the time and the opportunity to go support someone, do it. As Latinos, we have the opportunity to support our people that might be in fear. As the general community, they have the opportunity to come and support local businesses or contribute in different ways with the community that might be at fear. And just if everybody helps out a little bit, we'll make a positive change.
Yeah, just remember to just support each other, support small businesses. That's the only way we're gonna keep going, because we need to support each other. There's a saying, in real estate, I know it's everywhere else, but they always say fear less.
Fearless.
And I always think about that as, because we, as an immigrant, there's always that fear, right? And it's hard to get it out of our system. But I always get up and I'm like, I'm going to fear less, because I'm fearless. But I like that. And I want the community to repeat that every day. Fear less, because we're here for each other. We're here for our community.
Well,
Así que,
with that motto, we're going to say goodbye. So remember, fear less, hope more. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And this is
Thank
your
you, Jaime.
Thank you, Jaime, for
this is
your
the
time.
place where you want to come and visit every weekend. They open Saturdays, Sundays, Fridays too? No.
Friday, we open a little bit, but in reality, it's only a few vendors. They're getting ready for the weekend.
Okay.
So I'm going to say join us between 10 and 7. And again, be fearless.
There you
Fearless.
go. Thank you.
All right.
Mira,
I guess que sí
nervioso, no para de hablar. Y mira,
I guess que sí se fue rápido.